Welcome to another deep dive. You know I love when you send in cool stuff about geometry, and today we're looking at 3D shapes, specifically this educational website from Singapore.
Wow, yeah.
It's got all kinds of open source math and physics tools,
Hmm.
and I have to say I love this breadcrumbs navigation at the top.
Oh, yeah. It's not just a design thing, is it?
No,
It really shows how everything's connected.
exactly. It's like we're seeing where this page fits within a larger system.
Yeah, it's a map.
A map. I like that.
It helps us see how 3D shapes connect to other math and physics ideas.
And get this, they even have an interactive applet to help us visualize.
Oh, very cool.
We can look at a cone, a pyramid, a cylinder, and even a sphere on a cuboid.
I like the compare feature.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing all four shapes next to each other is really helpful.
Definitely, because sometimes it's hard to picture the differences just from reading.
Totally. It's like having a 3D geometry lab right on your screen.
Okay, so they have this challenge on the website. Imagine a new 3D object being built in a park, and we have to figure out its shape. But we only have a top view and a side view.
Interesting.
It reminds me of that time I tried to put together that bookshelf from the instructions.
Uh-huh. Oh, no.
My spatial reasoning was definitely tested.
That's a great example, though. Visualizing 3D objects is important for so many things.
Absolutely. Architects, engineers, designers, even just reading a map.
Right. So how would you approach this challenge?
Well, let's see.
Right.
The top view is a circle, and the side view is a rectangle.
Okay.
So that eliminates a few options right away.
Yeah, the pyramid and the sphere wouldn't have a circular top view.
Right, so we're left with the cone and the cylinder.
Now think about how those two are different.
Well, cone comes to a point.
Exactly, and the cylinder stays the same width all the way down.
So with the rectangular side view, it has to be the cylinder.
You got it. And you can actually test it out using the applet.
Awesome. And they also have this nets concept.
Oh, yeah.
It shows you how a 3D shape unfolds from its 2D form.
Have you worked with nets much?
A little bit.
It's a cool way to see how the dimensions connect.
And I think that's what makes this website so great.
Yeah.
It works for different levels, whether you're new to geometry or want to see things in a new way.
It's about going deeper than just memorizing.
And this is just one section. There's a whole other resources area with tons of simulations and materials.
Wow, so much to explore.
What stands out to you?
Well, first, the variety is amazing.
Right.
But I also like how they connect different subjects.
Oh, like what?
Like they have simulations on sound waves, which could be for physics or music.
Interesting. It's like they're encouraging us to make connections between different fields.
Yeah, that kind of thinking is really valuable these days.
Totally agree. It's not enough to just specialize anymore.
The most interesting stuff happens when different areas come together.
Well said. We'll be right back to explore more of these resources, so don't go anywhere.
And we're back. This website is seriously blowing me away. There's so much to see.
It really is remarkable. I'm impressed by how inclusive it is.
In what way?
Well, like this sample learning goals section.
Yeah.
They lay out objectives for different ages and skill levels, so there's something for everyone.
Oh, that's great. It's like a personalized learning path.
Exactly. And they even talk about making sure it works on any device.
Oh, that's so important.
Yeah, especially these days when not everyone has the same access to technology.
It's about leveling the playing field.
Totally. And they offer translations in so many languages.
Wow.
It's amazing they're making this knowledge accessible to a global audience.
That's really powerful, breaking down language barriers and connecting people through learning.
It fits perfectly with their mission of open source education.
Right. Knowledge should be shared.
And they give credit to everyone involved in the credit section.
Yeah, I noticed that. Developers, educators, translators.
It creates such a sense of community.
Like they're saying this belongs to everyone who contributed.
Okay, I have to admit, I got a little lost in the other resources section.
Me too. Haha.
It's a rabbit hole of awesome stuff.
What did you find?
Well, there's everything from electromagnetism to the solar system.
No.
But what I love is how they connect seemingly unrelated topics.
Yeah, it's like they're showing us that learning isn't about separate boxes of information.
Exactly. It's about seeing the bigger picture.
And that's so important for solving complex problems these days.
Speaking of complex, I was checking out the physics and chemistry simulation.
No, yeah, those are impressive.
They look so sophisticated.
But they explain it in a way that anyone can understand.
It's amazing how they bring those abstract concepts to life.
And it reminds us that learning isn't just memorizing equations.
It's about understanding how things work.
Right. Did you see the sections on music and art?
Yeah. It's so cool how they integrated those creative disciplines into this platform.
It shows that learning can happen anywhere.
There are no limits.
And that's where real innovation comes from, when different ideas come together.
Well, we've covered a lot, but there's still more to explore. We'll be back in a flash for the final part of our deep dive.
All right, we're back for the final part of our deep dive. It's been quite a journey through this website.
It really has.
And before we wrap up, I want to take a look at this popular tags section.
Interesting.
It's like a snapshot of what people are interested in learning.
Yeah. What's trending in the world of open source education?
So some tags are what you'd expect, like periodicity and the periodic table.
Right, classic chemistry topic.
But then you have tags like events, workshop, talks. It shows that this website is more than just information.
It's a community hub.
Exactly. People are connecting and sharing ideas online.
Breaking down those geographical barriers.
And speaking of technology, I noticed the tag Easy Java Simulation.
Ah, yes. That's the software behind those interactive simulations.
And it's open source, so anyone can use it or modify it.
Wow, that's amazing.
It empowers people to create their own educational content.
Okay, this tag caught my eye. Superposition.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one in physics. But it goes beyond that.
Oh, absolutely. In music, it explains how different sound waves combine.
Right, and in art, it's about layering colors and textures.
One concept with so many applications across different fields.
It's a reminder that knowledge is interconnected.
And the fact that it's a popular tag shows that people want to explore those connections.
They're not just learning facts, they're digging deeper.
And there are tags for quantum physics and WebEJS too.
Wow, so they're catering to a wide range of interests.
From basic concepts to cutting-edge science.
It's inspiring to see this kind of innovation in online education.
It makes me excited about the future of learning.
Me too. With resources like this, the possibilities are endless.
Well, we've come to the end of our deep dive.
Time flies when you're having fun exploring knowledge.
It all started with a single website, and look where we ended up.
It's amazing what you can discover when you start digging.
So to all our listeners out there, keep that curiosity alive.
The world is full of fascinating things to learn.
And remember, with platforms like this, one knowledge is at your fingertips.
All you need is that spark of interest to get started.
That's a wrap on our 3D Shave Deep Dive. We hope you enjoyed exploring with us and that you feel inspired to keep learning and growing until next time. Keep those minds curious and those imaginations soaring.